Cool.
Do you ever feel like a D-bag wearing sunglasses inside? Because sometimes I take mine off because I don't want to feel like a D-bag. Like come off as a D-bag.
I do. It's you know what?
Who cares?
Welcome back to RIP Society after a little holiday break.
Finally.
Who do we got? Dre.
Hey,
Dre.
Kenny.
woo.
The mysterious Kenny, the mystery guest.
Woo.
Thank you.
We got a lot on this episode. 100% some Wicked talk.
110%.
Maybe some, I'm just guessing here, some drone talk, some Mad Men.
There's a lot.
There's a lot that's going on.
So many topics.
And one thing that I love about this is we are always like, don't say it yet. So we don't plan
anything.
it. Yeah, we don't discuss it. It feels better for it to come off fresh.
Yeah.
So that the first time we say it is the first time we're reacting to it. You hear it as we hear it.
As we.
So
Fire.
I noticed that you took off your glasses.
They're fogging up.
Gotcha.
Is that the
They're
reason?
fogging up, dude.
But right before you did say something else too. This is separate.
The D-bag thing?
Yeah.
No, I'm not feeling like a D-bag.
No, if you go into like a store.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is all new to me because the first time I ever wore glasses inside was when we started doing the podcast.
Because I was saying how it's Brat. And by the way, Ken is actually wearing a Brat shirt right now. It says, I'm your favorite reference, which is a reference to Brat.
No fucking way.
On the back of his shirt, it says Charlie XCX. I made him buy it.
Dude, I love it.
Yeah.
And
it's
it was
pretty sick.
the Brat episode.
Yes. And Brat is also green and Alphaba's green. And we wanted to be on theme to Wicked.
Speaking of shirts, pink. What's
John
it say?
has the
Pink meets
best.
green.
Pink and green forever.
Oh yeah.
John has the best shirt here, but we are Wicked themed.
Today's for sure Wicked. You got pink and green on your cup. I
do
just
have
noticed.
pink and
Green
green on my
sweater.
cup and a green sweater.
I have a massive amount of regret that I didn't buy this because it was at the movie theater. One of those memorabilia, and I bought one and I immediately regretted not buying one. For you, I knew Ken wouldn't wear it, but I still should have bought it. It was like 20
He
bucks.
would have.
I don't see the whole appeal of the whole Wicked thing.
What?
Yeah. It's not that. It's not that great.
What?
You know,
That's
It was
right.
good.
It is good.
This is coming to a grinding halt early.
What the
No,
flip?
I'm glad because it's good. If everyone's in
Everyone's on
love
the
with
same
something, it's like,
page.
okay,
Yeah.
you're going to represent those that are like, whatever.
Can I just say my Spotify top 10 right now is all Wicked. That's all I listen to right now.
Bing.
Every day. I listen to it. In the morning, I start my day by singing Wicked.
See,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I don't understand that level of love for it.
I think I kind of discovered that I'm like into musicals. Cause I always knew that I was into them ever since like I was a child because I would always go see the musicals that were going on in my high school. But I didn't really fully understand until Wicked came out that I like fully love musicals. I do.
So that's interesting. So you weren't a theater geek pre-Wicked. You hadn't seen that many musicals?
No. Well, I saw Anything Goes at my high school and I loved that musical so much. And I think I saw it like 5 times at my high school and I would listen to the soundtrack all the time. And then Hamilton I really like too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hamilton was sick. I love that.
Phantom of the Opera is like my favorite ever.
Phantom was sick. We saw that live in London.
Yeah. And I'm just
Yeah.
like
Live in
realizing
London.
like I think I'm like a theater kid on the inside because like I really like theatrical music. And Wicked came out and it completely changed my life for the better.
I love that.
And the the soundtrack, oh God.
I love that because I
gets me.
thought you were a theater kid, but I love that it
Oh.
turned you into one. Or
You thought I was already?
well, only because
Ooh,
you
fuck.
were.
Fuck.
I'm out.
Oh,
You were.
Oh, shit.
I gave you that vibe.
Your vibe wasn't theater kid.
No, it wasn't.
But the last few times we were talking, you were singing Wicked so much that I was like, oh, she probably loves musical theater. And we sang some Hamilton.
Yeah, me and John off camera were doing karaoke together
Yeah.
while Ken was like taking a shit or something.
No, I was just laying down.
Oh yeah, he was just
watching
laying
Mad
down.
Men.
Yeah, I was.
He was watching Mad Men.
That's right.
Wait, I'm sorry. There's so many topics we
Yeah,
need to talk about.
we'll slow down.
Can I shout out someone really quick?
Yeah, let's do shout outs real
Yeah,
fast.
Yeah,
Can
shout
we-
out John Hamm. You're a dog.
Yeah.
Love you, boy.
You're a
Ring me
dog.
back.
Yeah.
I want to shout out Sally because Sally we don't really give like a shout out
Well,
to.
I shout her out,
but
but
that episode's not out.
that episode got scrapped.
Oh, the vaulted episode.
Yeah.
So big shouts out
Huge
to Sally.
shout out to Sally. She's like our biggest fan.
Yes.
She's my favorite person ever, and she's our biggest fan and support. And she watches these, and she actually genuinely really likes them. So
Yes.
shout out to Sally.
She's from my hometown.
Yeah,
I love
Good
that.
friends
she's
from
a
the
great
hometown.
girl.
It's all coming back to me. I was so trashed during that vaulted episode that
That's right.
I just remember the name.
Yeah.
And
shout out
then
Sally.
who else was I supposed to shout out?
Oh, shout out. Oh,
Go
go ahead.
All right, shout out Jake Daw. That's another homie from the hometown who's watching the pods now.
Oh, nice.
Dude, that's awesome.
Cool.
Yep.
I love that. People are actually watching it, and some of them are enjoying it.
Yeah, so.
Sally, this one's dedicated to you.
Sally, this episode's dedicated to you, girl.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to my coworker, Josue.
Shout out Josue.
And what's the other one you said? Sam Dodd?
Sam Dodd.
Shout out to Sam.
No, Jon. What'd you say? Jake,
I don't know what you guys
Jake
are talking
Daw.
about.
The one you just shout out.
Jake Daw. Yep, Jake Daw.
Nice. All right. Shout out to him, too.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my shout outs.
I
just
love,
wanted to say
too, what you said last time, because, like, whatever, there's a stigma. Anyone can do a podcast. There's, like, you just have to get the shit.
Yeah.
I love the arts. I love entertainment.
Yeah.
It's changed because I would used to want to do stuff for, like, the reason to become more popular or more successful.
Popular.
But I grown out of that. I'm 30. Oh my God.
That was sick.
Don't
took
want
you
to
way
be
too long.
popular.
No,
I was
that's not
it
the
did take him a
lyrics.
second, huh?
Took him a second.
I was in a strain of thought,
Yeah,
or
he's
a strain
Sorry.
of thought or whatever.
I
Yep.
pulled you out of that.
But now it's something that you said. It was like, we're doing it. I'm doing it just because it's fun. Like it's like
It's fun.
there's no pressure of I'm catering it to be popular,
Yeah.
to be what people
Popular.
want.
Yeah.
It's just like whatever, tickles us, whatever we want to talk
and this
about.
tickles me.
No, yeah. I think that whole stigma against the podcast is when those it's like finance bros trying to like talk
Yeah.
finance or people just taking a huge stance and like pushing it down people's
Yeah.
throats. Like that shit's when it's douchey.
Lame. Anyways, I want to push down people's throats that Wicked is a really good movie and everyone should watch Wicked. It's very life changing.
I think it's worth a watch.
it's 100%
Yeah.
worth the watch.
So Ken thinks it's worth a watch. You didn't think it was bad. You're just not singing popular,
Yeah.
skipping down the street.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
he's not. Wait, I'm sorry. I forgot one more shout out.
Hit
Can I
it.
do
Go
it
ahead.
really quick? Shout out Anakah. She actually really
I
wanted.
know her.
I know you know her. She
Hi,
really, she
Anakah.
wanted
Remember
to do,
me? Remember me, Anakah? That one night, that one really drunk night. I miss you. You haven't returned my texts or calls, but that's okay.
She actually wanted to do the podcast today.
No way.
Yeah, we went out last night and we were in the Uber back to her place. And I was like, oh, I have to do the podcast tomorrow. And she was like, I kind of want to do it with you guys. And I was like, dude, come tomorrow. Like, come join. And she fully, she was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I was like, okay, I'll text you at 12 when we're on our way there. And she was fully, so down. And then I texted her and she was like, oh, I have to do laundry. And I was like, damn,
What?
okay, that's fine. And she was like, but I do want to do it. So Anakah wants to for sure come on the podcast.
Can I attack that excuse of having to do laundry?
I know.
That's the worst excuse.
It's a terrible excuse, but she did tell me she's trying because she's a teacher and she has to go back to work tomorrow. So she's trying to gather.
Look good for her students.
She's trying to gather herself and be a normal human being because she's not been a human being the last 2 weeks,
right.
3 weeks.
She's a
So.
teacher. But like you just said, at that point, I would just say, I don't want to do it today.
Yeah.
But she
you
did.
can't say long. I mean,
She told me she was like, I kind of want to do it, but I have to do stuff today. I really have to get things done. That's fine.
Oh,
But,
so there's multiple things. It's not just laundry.
well, that's what I assume because she told me yesterday that she wants
Oh,
to
well,
get up early.
now
and do
you're
stuff.
making me attack someone for not a good reason.
yeah.
No, you shouldn't attack Anakah. You should never attack.
And it was,
Anakah.
I guess,
no,
it-
that's your fault.
Oh, okay.
it was I guess it was also a little bit of a drunk, or were you guys drunk?
We were fucked up, but
So it's a
besides
loose
that,
commitment.
Yeah, it was a loose commitment. But she did tell me
Hello.
today that
I just gotta take a sip.
she did tell me today that she actually does want to do it one day. So she said next time.
Yeah.
Make sure the camera doesn't get me when I'm taking a sip.
Well, it's perfect because auto cut AI editing will cut to you when you're talking.
Okay, so as long as I don't talk, it won't show me.
Yeah. So yeah, you're perfect.
All
Just
right.
don't talk while you're drinking.
Thank you, AI.
We would love to have her on. I'll set up the spot.
Yeah.
And
she would love to come on. I don't know if she would say much, but we get a couple shots in there maybe.
I'm surprised because then when we talked about her on the last episode when we were talking about our crazy Kate Renata experience, you were like, "Oh, she would never come on."
Did I say that?
Yeah, because I was like,
Yeah, because
we were
I
joking.
thought
I was
she
like,
wouldn't.
all right, if we're dating, then cool, we'll have a quattro and she'll
Yeah.
come on. And you were like, oh, she would never do this.
I know. It's funny because I don't think she would, but she was so down last night, and she's down. Like she confirmed. She told me that she would do it.
Nice.
So,
Well, shout out Anakah.
shout out Anakah.
Shout out, Anakah. So to go back to what I was saying real fast,
Mhm.
you are obsessed with Wicked. How like I'm obsessed with like Sopranos and shit.
Yeah.
So I get that.
And I don't understand that.
Right, exactly. So it's
Yeah.
like a mutual non-understanding, but like kind of
But
understanding.
mine makes sense. Like,
No, you can't do that.
That's literally
does.
Mine's good.
Yeah.
Yours
Mine's
is
good.
wrong.
That's
Yours is
racism.
That's
weird.
yeah.
in a way.
That's so prejudiced.
Yours is
It's what? Because he's
weird.
gonna white mask.
It's just like, what is there to be obsessed with Sopranos? Like,
You can't. That's so
Racist.
crazy. Not only because it's like opinion based, but also because Sopranos is like the number one most revered show. Anyone I talked to is like, and I haven't seen it. It's like, you haven't seen the Sopranos? Okay, you gotta watch the Sopranos.
You do
Sopranos,
have to
Sopranos.
watch it. It's
So-
pretty good.
Wait, you haven't seen Sopranos or Mad Men?
No Sopranos, no Mad Men.
What?
Damn,
No
boy, you got some
Penguin.
television to watch.
I know.
Yeah, at least you've watched Wicked. I'm glad you've seen Wicked.
So I watched Wicked and I fucking loved it. I'm a little bit different than you. I am a bit of a theater geek. So I was in my plays in high school. I never saw Wicked though. It's like I loved musicals, but I'm still limited. So I never saw Wicked. And then when I saw it was coming out and all the rave it was getting, I was like, I'm not going to like this because usually when Hollywood is all jumping on board one thing, I'm thinking it's like they're pushing it.
Yeah.
And it might be because
I think
whatever.
a lot of people thought that. And
Yeah.
also, it's Ariana Grande, which is like the biggest
It's Ariana Grande.
pop star ever.
I thought there
People
was
doubted her.
just like Hollywood intentions behind it or something. And I'm like, all right, well, we'll see. And I watched it and I was like, holy fucking shit, this is good.
Yeah.
And I fucking love musicals and I got way into it. Beyond like the music, the catchy songs, there's so much to it. We'll go into it. But
Yeah.
Ariana Grande was
So good.
I don't even know her that well, her music. She's not really my demo. But she had a great portrayal of Galinda.
So good.
Glinda.
Glinda.
She made it her own, and she didn't do it like
did.
over the top, like the stage
That's
version.
what I
I'm sure.
love is like she did it. And I say this to everyone that I talk about Wicked too, but like when I was watching Wicked, I didn't see her as Ariana Grande. Like I wasn't seeing her and like thinking like this is Ariana Grande. Like I fully was like this is Glinda. Like
Yeah.
she is playing the part so well that I'm completely forgetting the fact that she is this pop star, like big musician person. Like this is like her. Like she is Glinda.
It was a breakout performance. Like,
Yeah,
sorry, Lady
so
Gaga,
Sorry,
but
Gaga.
I mean, she did good, but it was more like a subtle thing.
Yeah.
And Ariana Grande,
She killed it.
fell into a fucking character.
Yeah,
Because
literally.
Glinda in the stage, like she's so eccentric, she's
Yeah,
bubbly.
right.
It's like a tough thing to pull off
Yeah.
theatrically to be like subdued and believable.
Right.
And all her little quirks and bits were like just adding.
Ken said that her comedic timing is great.
So yeah,
Like,
I can be the person that's like not obsessed with it. So but then
Yeah.
give that feedback. She was so funny. Like you said earlier, the songs are so catchy. When you guys were talking about that, I fucking farted. You guys didn't hear it, and it stinks right now.
ew, babe.
Just right here.
That
I'm
smells
basking
wicked,
in
my
it.
boy.
Wicked.
That's wicked, babe.
Can you blow it over here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
fuck?
It's funny. My favorite part was the fucking wizard's little skull
Yeah,
thing.
the
The
mechanics.
mechanics.
So
That
dope.
shit was sick.
Yeah.
And it got me. What got me into the movie was when they started hating on the animals. I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, what's
Yeah.
going on with these animals and the hate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The prejudice.
The prejudice.
You can
Yeah.
also, I'm sure, whatever analogy you want to pull about like racism, prejudice,
I was telling you.
it was right there. It's like
It's like-
communism.
Yeah.
But
it's-
I don't get what's wrong with the animals.
I don't know. They just don't want animals talking. I don't know why, but it's just a
Yeah.
thing where they don't want animals
They
to talk.
didn't go in depth, but think of them like as the Jews in Holocaust.
That's kind of what it is,
Nazis.
right? Oh, they're the scapegoat. Yeah.
There's something like,
Yeah.
all right, we
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
like them anymore.
Yeah.
We're just gonna find. That's how I pictured it.
Yeah,
So
no, that's
they
exactly
just
how it
go
is.
away,
Scapegoat.
which
Yeah.
makes it crazy because those are like deep messages.
Yeah, they are.
We need to get more of Ken's opinions because
I know because
he's not
he's
emotionally biased.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I'm bubbling over. I'm
Yeah.
wearing a Wicked shirt.
I literally couldn't say one bad thing about Wicked. Like, there's not a negative thing I could say about it. It's so good.
Yeah, there's some
loved-
I could, but I don't even want to.
I loved Peter Dinklage as the goat. He did.
Oh
great.
God, I was like, I had no idea that was Peter Dinklage.
Yes.
I thought for a second it was like the old Wizard of Oz, and he was one of the like little people
Oh my
or
gosh.
something. 'Cause in the old one, it was
Yeah.
all dwarves.
No.
And
Right.
in the old one of them killed themselves like on set. This is a
That's a lore thing.
That's
that-
a lore
is
thing.
that lore?
That's
Okay.
like a fib. That's not. That's. I don't think that's
That'd be
true.
crazy.
There's a lot of fibs about the
Dude,
Wizard
there's
of
so
Oz.
much about the Wizard of
Well,
Oz.
speaking of that, I mean, it's so old. I never watched it, so I watched the original
Oh,
Wizard of Oz.
did you like it?
I did like it.
It's
I
a
need to
good
fin-
movie.
I
He
need to
needs
finish it.
It's one of those things like you were talking about the head.
Yeah.
Well, now it looks so like the graphics. Obviously, it's so much more
CGI.
modern and cooler.
It was practical before.
Yeah, and even the acting back then, it's like, well, we're gonna go do
Yeah.
this, and like the
Yeah.
scarecrow's like, and so it's hard
love
to
the
fall
Scarecrow.
into. It's really good though for especially Jesus Christ. What was it like 100 years ago?
It
or
was
something?
literally 100 years ago.
But this one, I think, you know, beyond the graphics and the modernism, it also hits the message. I think they have a similar message, like anti-communism or something. Like do your own thing.
Yeah.
And this one, I could fall into it easier.
Yeah. Glinda's fucked up though in Wizard of Oz for like telling Dorothy that she needs to go all the way to the Emerald City to talk to the wizard when really she could have gone home the whole time with her shoes.
Yeah.
Like
Oh shit.
Glinda's a little.
Oh yeah.
fucked up
Wait.
for that.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, sorry.
But
Did I
that's not
spoil it
even that
for
big
you?
of a
But
deal.
that's like everyone. It's been out for 100 years. Fuck, you haven't seen
Yeah.
it?
Plus, that doesn't
that's on
spoil
me.
anything. Oh, by the way, spoilers for
Oh yeah.
Wizard of Oz, probably
Spoiler.
Mad Men, Wicked.
Spoiler for everything.
Doing the spoilers after.
Do you know?
Rewind. Don't watch this. Yeah.
Do you know what happens in the second part of Wicked?
No. Oh, by the way, please don't.
Okay, I won't.
Because I don't, and
Oh, you don't know anything.
and I don't want to know. So sorry
You
for
don't
the
know
listener.
how they tie into Wizard of Oz.
Not really. I only
Okay.
know I've seen the Wizard of Oz. I've seen this.
Okay, no, I won't tell you them.
The
'cause
intro
it's a big plot
spoils
twist.
a lot. So yeah, please don't.
Well, the intro spoil. Well, I mean, yeah,
It is that. I'm
the
sure.
intro spoils it, but it's also like part of Wizard of Oz, so it's like you already know what happens.
I know, but I'm a weird spoil freak, and my brain can forget stuff so easily that it's like if nobody's talking about it,
Okay.
I won't remember.
That's
Damn,
nice.
I want to
That's
tell
good.
you so bad.
Put
what
that
it
away.
is. Yeah,
Throw that away.
I won't say anything, but yeah, I told Ken. I don't even think he remembers though.
So do you guys
I
feel
do.
that
What?
about like the message or whatever behind it? Because to me, Wicked almost there was like an element of afterwards. I was like, that was like The Matrix, but a musical
Yeah.
because
In what way?
because Elf like everyone's basically lying, lying to Elphaba or lying to everybody. Like the wizard is saying, "Oh, we're doing all this good stuff," I care about you guys, and really
He doesn't even have powers, too.
he has no powers. All he has is like I always think of communism, the power of like intimidation,
Yeah,
and it's like it's like scare tactics and propaganda.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And so they're
That's
lying
literally-
to her, and she loves the animals, like an animal that bear raised her.
yeah,
And so it's like the Matrix to me because all she wants in the world is to meet the wizard and like to help the animals. She meets him, boom. It's like red pilled. Your life is a lie. I'm the
Yeah.
bad guy.
yeah.
And she's like, okay, well, fuck that. And she, owns her own shit.
She has powers, and she's the only one that has powers. And,
Yeah.
can read the Grimmery book.
And Glinda is like, you've
It's
seen The
Glinda
Matrix.
now.
Glinda.
I need to rewatch The Matrix.
Glinda's
movie.
like Cypher, who takes the blue pill to go back into the Matrix. Because he's like, I didn't want to know all this shit. So he comes out of
Yeah.
the Matrix, and then he's the guy that kills spoiler alert for The Matrix. He kills everyone to make a deal to go
Who's
back into
that
the
movie
Matrix.
has also been out.
He's
for a
played
long
by
time.
the dude that plays that's Ralphie. What's his name again? Joe Pimozamato or whatever.
Yeah.
He eats
Oh,
the steak
shit,
and
really?
he's like, he's eating the steak.
Yeah.
And yeah.
He's like, your brain's telling me it's a nice steak. And he's like, the funny thing about it is, I don't give a shit if it's real or not. Like, I just want to fucking be good.
That's one of my favorite actors, dude. I love him.
So good. That's Galinda because she sees it all. She knows they're lying, that they pinned it on Elphaba. Oh, this bitch is the bad one. She hates the animals.
Yeah.
She's watching it, and I don't know what happens in part 2, but she's just like, well, I just like to be popular, and I don't want to fuck this all up and do my
Linda's
own
kind
thing.
of like she's just a bad friend because she is seeing this happening and she's not really like sticking out for Elphaba. Like at the end of the movie, you see her hug Morrible.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, what? Why are you doing that?
The girl who just sicked the whole population on the poor Elphaba, who's like, green is ugly, she's awful.
Yeah, she's a witch. She's the wicked witch. Go after her. And she's happily like hugging Morrible, which is like, dude, way to be a bad friend. Like, you're not a good friend. Glinda's not a good person.
That's how I feel. And I'm like, she's so likable, and then she does that.
And then
I get it, because like it would be really scary to follow Elphaba and be like, well, I guess it's us against the world.
Yeah.
She takes the easy, comfortable way out.
That's what sucks, though.
But I couldn't live like that. Like every day you're like, well, this is all a fucking lie.
Yeah.
Like everyone hates Elphaba, and she's the good guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's crazy.
It sucks. Fuck, I wish I could talk about the second part so bad. But I can't. It's
Should
fine.
we? I mean, how bad of
I won't, because
he says he forgets.
that's true. He does say he forgets, but I don't want to spoil it for you. I want it to be special for you. I think the second part of the movie is going to be crazy.
When does it come out?
Fucking November.
Seriously?
At least it's this year.
Of this year, yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely not. If it was like 2 years away, I might be like,
no,
let's go.
they filmed all of the Wicked in like one sitting, so it's already all done.
Okay.
I think they're just in like editing and stuff, but it's gonna come out this year.
Then we'll wait. We'll do a Wicked Part 2 when that
gonna
comes
be a part
out.
2. Oh, that movie's gonna be so good. I know. God, I'm so excited.
I have to avoid watching like interviews with the cast because when I see like Elphaba, I saw like some brief ones and she just starts crying about weird stuff, and I'm like, it
They
takes
cry
me
about
out of
everything.
it. Yeah, I'm like,
What is she crying about?
Everything.
There's
They
like
just
an
cry about
interview.
everything.
they're talking to like it's a queer media outlet, so they call it, and she's like, did you know that this is like now the swan song or whatever for the gay community, Defying Gravity? And
They're holding space for Defying Gravity.
And she's like, I didn't know that.
You know
I
how
had no idea. She's like crying, and I'm like, that's all good. But when I
Yeah.
see how sensitive or emotional they are, I'm like,
So they did like a they talk about that in another interview about that interview, and Ariana Grande is like, I actually had no idea what the fuck you guys were talking about. Like, I don't know what the fuck.
She was like holding her hand.
Yeah,
like, I
she's
love
holding
you.
her finger.
Yeah.
She's like, I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know why you were crying, so I just held your hand because
That's
I didn't know what
fucking
to do.
funny.
Isn't
I
that
like
so
Ariana
funny?
Grande.
Yeah, Ariana Grande is
And
really
I'm not
funny.
mad about that. I love emotional stuff.
Yeah.
I just like I don't want to be taken out of
Yeah,
it.
I know. I try not to watch them because I cringe a little bit, but
In fact, my only gripe or whatever, this is just nitpicking because I loved it so much. But when Elphaba kind of realizes what's going on and grabs the Grimmery and is like, fuck you, I wish she was like more confident with it, because she was, it's a choice, but she was like really scared and emotional and like crying.
yeah,
And I kind of wanted her to be like, you fucking read it. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can't read it. You can't read it. Fuck you.
like be a bad bitch about it.
Yeah, I wanted her to go full bad bitch.
I know.
And she did it though.
Yeah,
She
I
was
mean,
just more emotional about it.
yeah, that's true. I don't know. I have nothing bad to say about Wicked. There's nothing I could. Babe, what do you have?
Let's
any
let
bad
Ken
things?
say some.
I want to see. I
bad
want to see the
shit.
mechanical face thing again. That shit was so cool, man.
Well, it's out on digital, so we can definitely watch it again.
Oh, is it now? That's cool.
It's been out on digital since the 31st, and there's a lot of features in the digital, like the deleted scenes. Which, by the way, they deleted a lot of scenes that would really like make a lot of sense in the movie, like make the movie make more sense.
Really?
Yeah,
I gotta see this.
They deleted so many like very important scenes of like Elphaba and Glinda, like their like friendship, and also Elphaba and Fiero and like them together. Like they just got rid of so much that was like, damn, like you should have kept this because it would make a lot more sense in the movie. Like
I'm excited to watch that.
it makes it more like meaningful, like their friendship and everything. I don't know. They
It's tough.
got rid of a lot of stuff.
'Cause
I get it.
What was it? It was like 2 hours 40 or something.
it was
It's probably
almost
like
3
mandatory
hours.
cuts.
Yeah.
Although
100%.
they probably could have got away with it knowing how beloved
Yeah.
everybody.
Some people will watch a 4-hour movie.
Even Ken, who doesn't obsess but wasn't like.
Yeah.
I saw a meme this morning. It was like some mad guy, and it says, "Me sitting through Wicked because my girlfriend sat through Dune with me like 2 months ago or whatever."
Yeah, Ken is making me sit through. He made me sit through Sopranos. I'm watching Mad Men right now. I've watched so many movies. It's like, do this one thing for me. This one movie.
I'm so
for
glad
me.
you did because we were trying to get him to. I was on
know.
board.
Yeah, you were telling me to get him to do it, and he did, and I'm glad he did. I'm so happy that
We
he
just
did.
watched A Complete Unknown.
Oh yeah, we just watched
The Bob Dylan
Timothee Chalamet movie.
Timothee Chalamet.
Thoughts? Because I am
It's good.
just I can't be. I get free
It's
movie
good.
tickets, AMC A-List, and for some reason I'm not walking into that one.
You should watch it. It's good. I don't care about Bob Dylan, but it was a good movie.
That's the thing. I saw it come out, and so I was like, let me listen to some old Bob Dylan, and I was like, I like him. Like,
Yeah.
lay, lady, lay across my big ass.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleeping, and there ain't no place I'm going
That's
to.
exactly what he sounds like. Timothee Chalamet, me and Ken were like fangirling over Timothee Chalamet because he is so good. Like we're big Timothy fans.
I'm glad that I never slandered him how everyone else used to.
Yeah.
Because now he's like beloved darling.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I've always liked him. I mean, like I used to not get it. There was a time though I saw an edit on TikTok of him and I was like, wait, like he's kind of okay. Like
Yeah.
I was getting it and then I didn't really care about him, but I really do like Timothee Chalamet a lot.
He's such a good actor at the end of the
so
day. Like,
good.
and
And
he's always been, you know.
always been so
Yeah.
good.
That's why I've always
Dune.
respected him.
He got-
we
got
I've never
haven't
seen Dune. Haven't seen Dune.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Dune! I'm just a fanboy now because of his portrayal in Dune.
Really? Yeah, I really want to watch it because I've been telling Ken that we should watch it. I really want to see it. I've heard such good things about the second movie too. I really want to see
the first one. By the way, I saw the first one 6 or 7 times in theaters. It's the movie I've seen the most in theaters.
it. Really?
Swear to God.
Is
'cause
it good?
the first one, and it's slower. People like the second one more.
Yeah.
'Cause there's a lot more action. But the first one, it took him like 5 years to make, and the director put like attention into everything. It's his favorite book, and he
Yeah.
like fucking perfected it. And then they were like, make 2, and then he had like a half a year or something to write
Yeah.
it, and it's good. But I felt like it was almost a little rushed.
Really?
Did you say you watched the first one 6 times in theaters?
6 times in
Yes.
theaters, which is.
Fuck.
That's crazy.
By the way, Wicked, I've seen 3.5 times because sometimes I'll watch like a part of it after another movie. That's the second most I've seen in theaters in like the last 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wicked.
I've seen it twice in theaters, but I saw it. I made Anakah and my other friend Renee. I made them watch it. Like I was just over at Anakah's place, and I was like, guys, like, have you guys seen Wicked? And they're like, no, like, we really want to watch it. And I was like, okay, if I find it illegally on my phone, will you watch it with me? And they're like, yeah. So I did. I torrented it,
I'll bleep that out.
and it was like half in French. Like there was random parts where they're speaking French, but I made them watch it illegally. So that was my 3rd time watching it. But I had also watched it illegally before I saw it in theaters, half of it illegally. So I've basically watched it 3.5 times too.
Do me this favor. Say the word legally.
Legally.
I'm going to superimpose you saying legally,
Legally.
whenever you say illegally. And
Legally.
So it'll be
I
like,
watched it.
we watched it legally.
Yes.
Smart.
There
I
you
watched
go.
it on my phone, basically. I found it on my phone and I watched it.
Yeah, Dre's in fucking jail, dude, because of the podcast. She's doing a hard time.
No,
Yeah.
I made Anakah, but Anakah was so fucked up she doesn't remember it. So we're gonna have to watch it again. I'm gonna make her watch it again.
This is a trend. Anakah getting really fucked up and then having to pretend to be a human to go to school.
I'm not like doing a good portrayal of Anakah
I love
right
her.
now. I know she's the best.
I forgot until you said it. She's like a 2nd grade or like an elementary grade teacher.
She's like a preschool like teacher.
Hey kids, your teachers are human beings too.
They are.
They get trashed. They make
trashed.
plans and they don't follow through.
They shit, they fart, they piss.
It's true. They do. And
They
Anakah
do.
does.
And Ken farts, and we know that because he farted about 20 minutes ago, and
Yes.
I'm smelling it now.
Yeah. I want to do it again. Hey, John, I got a question for you.
Hit me.
Do you like the A-List AMC shit? Do you use it a lot?
Me, it's perfect because I'll, on average, probably go to a movie minimum by myself once a week.
What?
That's fire.
That's a lot.
Minimum. So some weeks I'll be hitting like 2 or 3. Then a month might go by where there's nothing out and I won't go. Yeah, I mean, it's my number one pastime. I need a girl that likes, well, if I ever get a girlfriend, Anakah,
Or boyfriend.
I'm right here. Or boyfriend. No, it's like my number one pastime. And sans the girlfriend thing, it's almost to me like it's a better solo thing.
I love going to the movies solo.
Yeah, Ken does.
It's not you don't have, I don't know what it is. Like, you don't have to do that with somebody because you don't talk during it.
That's true.
You get to talk after it.
Yeah.
It's obviously if you have like a significant other and you both like it, you do that. But
Yeah.
I hate planning. I have a few friends I'll go with here and there. But I go really spur of the moment. Like, I'll be off work, buy an AMC, or what's out, I'll pop in. It's just my favorite way to kill a little bit of time.
Yeah.
That sounds like
It's
Ken's jam right there.
Yeah, I thought about it. How much is it? Like 20 or 30?
I think it's below 30. It's like 25 a month. 3 fucking movies free per week.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So
Really?
you really can't. I have never gone like.
It's
I
worth
want
it if you
one.
just go once a month.
If you go
even.
once, it's paid for
It's
because
paid for, yeah.
IMAX is included. Dine-in theaters are
What?
included. Those are like
Wow.
$30
Wow.
tickets.
Yeah.
I'll fucking pop. I've gone to the gym and I'll pop into the dine-in and be like, give me some disgusting food. I'm going to watch half of the Super Mario Brothers and get the fuck out of here. Just to like relax.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
Dude, I would be the number one advocate for AMC A-listers.
Fire.
Wow.
I don't know how they get away with it because I guess some people sign up and forget.
What kind of
Yeah.
discounts do you get on food?
That's the other thing. Half the time, if I want popcorn, that shit's free.
What?
Because when you go, you're accumulating all these points. And
Dude,
so,
I'm going to hop on that
Yeah,
shit.
you might have to, babe.
You
know
guys
what?
keep talking Wicked. I'm going to take a piss. Don't stop, all right?
okay.
Okay.
Or should we stop?
No. We can keep going. I don't need a piss.
Okay, here, I'm going to check the cameras.
Okay, never mind.
And I always
I'll
get
sing a
nervous.
song.
You sing Wicked while I check the cameras really quick.
There's been some confusion over rooming here at Shiz. But of course I'll care for Nessa. But of course I'll rise above it. For I know that's how you'd want me to respond. Yes. There's been some confusion, for you see my roommate is unusually and exceedingly peculiar and altogether quite impossible to describe.
Blonde.
Bum, ba-down.
By the way, that I like her delivery of blonde
I do too.
better than.
Then yeah, me too. Than
I-
like the original Broadway one.
I never saw the original Broadway one.
Me either.
But after I loved this one, I listened to that
Same.
soundtrack.
With Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her. I love Cynthia Erivo's version of Blonde than Idina. Because Idina's like, blonde. Like, she's too, like.
She pushes it.
Yeah. Which I get because for Broadway, you have to be that way. Like, you
It's
have to be more
exactly.
exaggerated, but it just makes more sense the way that the movie did it.
Exactly. It's
Like,
more real.
Yeah, it's more real.
Okay, so her name's Cynthia.
Cynthia Erivo, yeah.
So you just reminded me of something. Like you said, and Ken will jump back in. It's 2 different mediums. So on a theatrical version, plays in general, they have to make they have to do a lot of bits, over exaggerated bits.
Yeah.
They have to use the stage and do it's what works for the medium. Sometimes it's corny, it's over the
Yeah.
top because the people in the back have to see it type of stuff.
Right.
And so, yeah, there's a difference. Like what's the, not Idina Menzel,
Kristen Chenoweth?
Kristen Chenoweth's doing it.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, that's worse because it's a little bit corny. It's like, that's the play version of it.
Yeah, right.
But sometimes the movies, like, they don't adjust. So it's
Right.
like, they just kind of do it and they subdue it a little bit. I thought in this one, there was some crazy cinematic, they used the film medium to add some flair.
Yeah, no, for sure, 100%.
Like,
they did a really good job with that.
The main one I'm thinking of is what's the one when the prince, is like in the library and he's like
Dancing Through Life.
Yeah, Dancing Through
I
Life.
love that song.
And so there's all this choreography with the book,
Right.
the spinning library.
Yeah.
It's like one shots where the director like took a lot of care to add elements instead of it being a theatrical version.
Right.
It's like there's a lot in there.
It doesn't
that suits
feel
the medium.
like they took the musical and like just filmed it like in a movie. Like they made it like a movie. Like it really feels like I watched the movie and I'm like, damn, like how do they do this in Broadway? Like how is this done in Broadway?
I need to go watch it.
I know, me too. It's so expensive though.
And like Loathing, they just make it. They use the film medium to make that excitement. Like there's split screen,
right?
And then they like the camera is like for your face, you pick your clothing.
That's
and
what I'm saying.
down.
Is like that's why I'm like, how the fuck did they do this in like the musical, like in Broadway? Because in the movie they do such a good job with it.
Yeah,
and they really like took advantage of like how to make it work in film. But I'm like, how do they do this? How does it look good like on Broadway? Because I can't imagine. It's so good in the movie that I'm like, I just can't imagine it being so good on Broadway, which is like stupid to say, but
no,
I don't know.
And go ahead.
My friend told me that because he's seeing Wicked on Broadway, and he was telling me that like the movie is better, which is crazy to say. Like I don't think that's
well, who's your friend?
It's rare.
Martin.
Oh,
Martin was telling me
it
that.
would be hard to like. I'll
I
go
trust
see it whenever it comes to LA or whatever.
It is in LA right now.
Oh shit! Then I'll go see
At
it.
Pantages, but get
Should
ready
we
to
go?
pay $250 for a fucking nosebleed because it's
Should we
so
go?
expensive. Yes. Are you gonna pay for it?
You can win front row seats, but you have to wait in line and win a lottery, and it like never happens.
Stupid. Yeah, the tickets are so expensive right now, but I really want to see it.
With how much we love the movie, it's a little. I would be a little shocked if somehow I liked the stage version better. I mean,
Yeah.
it's different, but that movie
It's so
knocked it
different.
out. Yeah,
It's different. I think I'll forever like the movie more, but I do want to see it on Broadway because I love musicals. I love like live musical.
yeah. But
So.
they didn't it didn't go to waste because, and this is important for me. Like that movie had a lot of attention to detail.
Yeah.
Like they created that set, the spinning library books. The choreography was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
The camera work. I like that you can notice there's like Easter eggs. And that's why you can rewatch it so many times because you're like,
Right.
oh, that's a little zingy bit that I didn't realize.
Yes, exactly. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that there's little things in it. And there's little things in it that like tie into the second part too, which God, I wish I could talk
It's
about this.
burning you.
I know it.
Dancing Through Life, there's especially like a lot of little
really?
things. Yeah, that it's like
That
God.
Dancing Through Life is like 9 minutes long. You
So good.
immediately fall in love with Fiero.
I love him. Jonathan
He's-
Bailey nailed.
He's so
the part.
fucking good.
He's so good.
So charming.
Hot.
So charming,
So
so
hot.
hot, so gay.
Charismatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I thought after just watching it, I knew nothing about him. I didn't watch. What's he in Downtown Abbey or something?
No, he's in Bridgerton. I'm pretty sure.
Bridgerton.
Yeah,
But I was like, I think he's probably gay.
he is.
Like he went a little bit flamboyant.
He's 100%
What'd you
gay.
I thought he was hot.
He is hot. He's
No,
so good.
but
I
as
only thought that because
Fiero.
I had an erection in the theater, and I was like, well, that might be because of Elphaba, Glinda, or Fiero.
Fiero.
Or Fiero.
Or Bach.
Yeah, you know
Who's Bach again?
Bach is Ariana's
The
Ethan Slater.
the
Yeah,
Munchkin,
the Munchkin.
who's in
The
love with
adorable little
Ariana
Munchkin
Grande.
man.
Oh,
Who he asks
yeah.
wheelchair Dessa, is it
Nessa.
Nessa out for Galinda,
Yeah,
which is crazy.
which is
I
a
know.
huge plot point in Wicked, by the way.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
So I saw Nikki Glazer. She's gonna host the Golden Globes tonight.
Oh shit! Really?
Is she?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
we should watch
She
it.
got that gig because of the roast, huh?
she did. And so I actually watched her preparing for it because that's what these comedians do. They go to like the Comedy Store and they practice and they see what
Oh.
works. So I saw her do some bits that she's gonna do tonight.
No
That's
shit.
cool.
And one of them was like, so I didn't know this. My friend explained it to me. Is like, who's the luckiest man in Hollywood? It's Bach. Because apparently Ariana Grande is now dating Bach.
Yeah.
That's like
Do you
everyone
not
knows
know
that?
about
What
this?
the fuck,
I don't
John?
follow that.
Dude, this
Wait,
is
is that big?
it's a scandal.
Yeah.
And he was like married?
Yes.
with a kid.
And she was married as well. This is a huge scandal.
So I don't know shit,
Dude,
but
people hate Ariana Grande because they think she's like a homewrecker. Like people really don't like Ariana Grande because of that whole situation. It's a huge scandal. He just had a baby with his wife, and then 2 months later, he's with Ariana Grande.
Yeah, broken home.
Yeah, it's bad. Ariana Grande
Whoa.
had just gotten divorced. Like,
she was already divorced.
well, that's the thing. That's a little like, it's weird because the timeline is like they filmed Wicked in 2020. Like they filmed that, and they filmed it throughout like a very long time. So the timeline's weird because Ariana was still married, and she just got divorced like last year.
Okay.
So it's a little like weird, and people started seeing them together, and they're like, "There's no way that she's dating this man that looks
Yeah.
like that and played SpongeBob on Broadway."
He did.
Yes, and
So I didn't drop any hard hitting news.
no,
That's like,
this is
I'm behind.
this. Yeah, you are. It's a huge scandal, and it still is a huge scandal, and people are still very much like anti Ariana Grande because of it, which I think is stupid. It's like whatever, who cares?
Yeah, shit happens.
Yeah.
You can't at her level. You just
Yeah.
can't care what people think.
But I know that Ethan Slater's ex-wife like did say something recently and like explained the situation, and it doesn't look good.
What'd she say?
She's just talking like bad, basically. I don't know. I didn't read what she had put out, but basically she's just kind of saying that Ariana Grande like took her man,
Sheesh,
ruined
drama.
a home, like
I
just had a
mean,
baby together. and-
no offense, but if whatever guy you are, it's like if Ariana Grande is
Yeah.
like I could be into
if you can score Ariana Grande,
Yeah.
like do it. If
And-
you can get that, like, I'm sorry. but-
People were like the Munchkin guy, fucking Bach.
Yeah, because her history is fucking Mac Miller,
Yeah.
Big Sean, Pete Davidson.
Mm-hmm. She's got her.
Dude, she broke her home with Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson
Yeah.
was with Larry David's daughter, Cassie
yeah,
David.
that's right.
And
Oh,
Ariana Grande said,
damn.
Yeah.
Get it, girl.
question for you real fast not to change the subject, but when did you go to the Comedy Store?
It was like,
When you saw Tim Dillon?
yep.
She was up there too?
Popped up
Damn,
with
you
Tim
got
Dillon.
a good show.
It was Tim Dillon, Nikki Glazer, Whitney Cummings
Oh,
popped
she's
in.
so funny.
She's good. She's in some controversy now.
What is it?
Well, just because she did the 2024 when Anderson Cooper and CNN does the
Yeah,
the ball drop,
Mhm.
they brought her on to roast, and she kind of roasted the mainstream. Or she just said like some controversial stuff. It didn't really make it into the media because it was like she was like, how many? It's like political. Like how many? Why are all the president's chefs dying? But all this stuff, and Anderson Cooper's just like.
Oh,
He's like she's roasting the mainstream media. It was funny. It wasn't
okay.
that big of a deal to me, but apparently it was.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I want to go to the Comedy Store with you.
They have the craziest lineups.
I know we've been a few times.
Yeah, we go to the Comedy Store all the time.
I'm trying to do the open mics on Mondays, so I'm gonna go there as many Mondays as I can and sign up on the lottery.
The Comedy Store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I have to go there between 4:30 and 5, put my name in, and they pull it out of a hat, and then you get a couple minutes up there at 7:00 Mondays
Nice.
tomorrow.
Yeah, they throw in. It was like hard hitter, and then like person that checked you in at the door. It was like Tim Dillon, guy who checked you in, Nikki Glazer,
That's usually
somebody
how it
that
is.
They usually open with the
Yeah,
the workers.
Yeah,
it
they
was
usually
weird
open.
because some of the later ones were like the
That's-
unknowns.
The
That's
people that work
unusual.
there.
yeah,
Who
yeah.
else?
Everyone that works there are aspiring
They're
comics.
comedians.
Oh, the little person, Brad. He's the little. What do you call him? Like a midget?
No.
No,
All right.
you do not call them
Little
midgets.
person
All right.
was
Dude,
correct.
I can't do this if you're gonna be calling people midgets, dude.
I forget his name.
He's a
Brad.
fucking dumbass dwarf.
Babe, don't say that. You're gonna upset the little people
Had 3 sips of a
community.
White Claw, drunk.
Oh,
He was
God.
on Margaret Cho.
Chode, Margaret
Margaret
Chode.
Cho.
Who's that?
I don't know. I didn't like her that much, but she's
Oh.
like pretty famous.
Not that famous. I don't know her.
Bobby Lee
Damn.
canceled. He was supposed to go on.
He's probably playing video games or something.
I don't think Bobby Lee's that funny.
He's hilarious.
There's
Oh,
always
so
crazy
funny.
ones. I'm forgetting some of the other ones.
You know what? I've seen so many comedians and I don't remember any of them. None of them were memorable.
Yeah.
But I did laugh. Who did I laugh at a lot when we went?
Andrew Santino is very funny.
Is that the ginger?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bill.
so I can
He was
I
funny.
can't say midget,
Ginger's
but you can say
not rude.
ginger.
Ginger's not rude. I also don't care about hurting the
I'm
ginger
farting. I'm
community.
burping.
Yeah, it's definitely
But
less bad.
it's just that I just saw a video of this little person giving her Sphinx cat a bath, you know, like the hairless cat.
Her sphincter.
Sphincter says what?
Chode, sphincter.
She was
dwarf.
giving her cat a bath and she's talking about like being a little person and she says in it like, oh, the word midget is very offensive. Like I don't like that people say that word. And I was like, oh, I feel bad. Like, I'm
Sorry
not gonna
about it,
say that
Shorty.
word.
And then she fell in the bathtub and drowned.
No, it's actually a really funny video.
She couldn't get her cat out of the bathtub.
She
and
couldn't.
drowned.
It was a really funny video. The cat kept freaking out and like scratching her. It was really funny. I was dying laughing.
That's morbid humor. That somebody a little person tries to save their cat out of like a pool and can't make it or something.
That is terrible.
Well, you know, gingers. So at first I was like, okay, welcome to behind the scenes. At this point in the podcast, you might have noticed the audio went to a weird audio. So that only lasts for like 2 minutes, but I'm going to leave in. Welcome to the set, baby. We're totally BTS. That's behind the scenes. I'm going to leave in the 2 minutes. So if you want to skip it because you hate the audio, go ahead. And then it'll go back to the beautiful Rodecaster Pro professional mic audio. But I liked Dre's singing. I liked her voice. So I'm going to leave it in. Oh, I should film like this. But I didn't. So yeah, skip if you want, but it's staying in. Yeah, like it's crazy that Ariana Grande went for Bach,
Yeah, she went for
who she
Bach.
calls Bick in the movie.
It's so funny.
Because in the movie, he's a Munchkinville, kind of dorky it up. He
Munchkin.
perms out his ginger fro.
Yeah.
But in reality, I mean, he's pretty handsome.
He's not bad looking, but it's also like...
He seems charming.
Did you hear what Ken said? Like, she dated Mac Miller, Pete Davidson, Big Sean. Like, these are all...
Are they
like,
ugly?
No, they're like conventional. Well, Mac Miller is not.
I know Pete Davidson. I don't really know what Mac Miller looks like. I can't think about it.
All three of those guys just have like mad aura.
Yeah, they just have really good aura and like swag to them, you know? And Ethan Slater does not have that at all. Just her roster is like filled with like these men with aura.
He has Tic Tac teeth.
Yeah, he does have Tic Tac teeth. And he was SpongeBob on Broadway.
He was really good as Bach.
He was really good at
that line where he's like, I would do anything for you.
I would do anything for you. Oh, Vic.
Oh,
Really?
Vic.
You do that for me?
Nessa.
I would do anything
That's
for you.
sick.
Listen, Nessa.
Nessa, there's something to confess, a reason why
Well,
I asked you here
Oh.
tonight.
whatever. Oh, Bach, I know why.
You
Whatever.
do?
Bach Nessa.
You do?
It's because I'm in this chair and you feel sorry for me. Well, isn't that true?
No, I mean, I don't feel sorry for you. You're great. It's it's because and then he sees her kissing Fiona.
If you're okay.
Which is such a fucked up thing to do. Like, he's about to tell her, and then he's like, well, I can't get Ariana anymore.
Bach is kind of
It's
like...
because you are so beautiful.
Oh, Bach, I think you're wonderful.
We belong together.
We deserve each other.
Keep going.
I don't know the rest.
Don't you see? This is our chance.
This is our chance.
You know what?
Borken just has to listen to it.
Let's dance.
Let's dance.
That's it.
Let's dance.
And then so good.
How do you feel about her shoes on the couch like that?
I don't mind. We're in the flow. We're
Wait.
jamming.
How do you feel about... Okay, because I cried. I've cried every single time I've seen Wicked. I cry in two parts. I cry in the part when Elphaba and Ariana are dancing together and they're doing the little thing.
Wait, time out.
Okay.
For some reason, oh god, it stopped.
Jesus
What?
Christ, John.
But it was going not that long ago, so I have to see how fucking long ago.
Did it miss
Why
a
do you think
whole
it stopped?
segment singing?
God, I think maybe it's fucking full or something.
Oh no.
Shit, hold on, timeout. Sorry.
It's all good.
Fuck.
But let me put it in the computer and see how far it went.
Okay.
God damn it.
Let's
All right, well, let me stop these.
Yeah.
And Ken just finished Mad Men not too long ago, and he immediately started it again for me.
That I find shocking.
So we're on like the end of season 2. It's about to get so good for,
Really?
for like 2 whole seasons.
It's been slow, but dude,
it's a slower show.
that show is literally just about like guys cheating on their wives. That's the whole show. It's just guys cheating and fucking women and treating them like garbage.
That's like a good 25% of it.
That's like a good 80% of it.
No, it's not.
The whole thing that we're watching right now, like a whole big plot point right now, is fucking Don Draper cheating on Betsy, and like Betsy like kind of
Betty.
knowing.
Spoiler
Betty.
alerts for Mad Men.
Spoiler alerts. Show came out in 2007.
Dude, the literal first episode is him cheating on her, so it's not really a spoiler.
It's not just Ken. I've had my boss. I've had multiple people be like, "Oh my god, you similar to like Sopranos or anything. You didn't watch Mad Men? Oh my god, you have to watch Mad Men. I've rewatched it." So what's the main appeal for you? I mean, I haven't seen it. I've
What
just
is
seen
the main
clips.
appeal for you?
Oh, I don't even know if I can articulate that.
That's a saucy question.
It's a loaded question.
That's
It's-
like Sopranos best. Why is it the best?
Oh,
Why is Sopranos
I
the
don't
best
even
to you?
think I can articulate that.
Mad Men.
Oh, I don't even think I can articulate. I don't know. The shows are just so fucking good. Here's what it is that you know how you guys just said that you can rewatch Wicked and like pick up on that and pick up on this. I call those layers.
Yeah.
And Sopranos and Mad Men are full of layers
Yeah,
like
they
that.
are. Sopranos and Mad Men are very similar in that there's so many like little things that they show that have such a bigger meaning, and it's very like I'm constantly asking Ken, like, why did they show that, or why did
Right.
that just happen? There's so many small things that seem so minor, but they have such a bigger meaning to it, and I think that's why Ken likes both of the shows so much, because both of the shows do that a lot, where it's like they show a scene that is completely out of nowhere, but there's such deeper meaning behind the scene,
Exactly.
but I don't know what it is, and it's like it really makes you think.
It's
and
not
like,
a lot of the thematics and shit are not spoon fed to you.
yeah, they
at
aren't
all.
at all. Like,
So like
it's very much something you have to think about.
so like if you're just watching it at face value, you might see something that's like that's weird.
Right.
But like there's like 40, 50 words
There's,
that are like
yeah, there
there.
could be a whole
Yeah.
essay
on
about
the page that's not on the page.
It
you know
could
what I mean?
literally be like a 10-second scene, and there's so much that could be said about it. I think that's why Ken is so into it, because it's like so much deeper than that.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like a lot of themes.
that's dangerous too, because that's the best part when you have to pay attention to all the details.
Yeah.
And the little things mean a lot more. So then they'll say this. It's dangerous because when a show is doing that and then they flop around the end, like Lost or Game of Thrones, where it's like everything is so important, and then the web kind of untangles and it's like, where were you going? Oh, yeah, and it kind of doesn't.
So
Yeah.
that's why I love Sopranos and Mad Men, because the endings, in my opinion, are so fucking good.
Okay.
I know Sopranos is like
Even the ending of Sopranos, you're left like thinking, like,
oh, they killed it, dude.
yeah, they really
It's-
did it. Again, they are not spoon feeding you this information. Like, they really did it in a way that was like, you're thinking about it, and it leaves you thinking about it for like such a long time. Like, you don't forget about it. It's not forgettable like Game of Thrones is, because Game of Thrones fucking completely ruined their ending.
Well, here's the thing: Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad are my top favorite shows as well.
yeah.
But those aren't very layered shows, in my opinion. Those
Yeah,
are just
they
very
aren't.
compelling stories and like
Yeah.
fun and great to watch. Like it's very compelling.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
you know what I mean?
They're
Whereas like
intricate. There's
Yeah.
like a lot going on, but it's not maybe subtle. It's like there's just a lot happening.
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of shit going on, and the stories are fucking great. It's a great story. You want to
Yeah.
know what the fuck's going on, and it's like it gets you in there.
Right.
But Mad Men and Sopranos are very artsy.
They are very artsy, and every episode is kind of different, but they all tie in together. Like you can watch an episode like independently, because there's always like a certain storyline within every episode, both Sopranos and Mad Men, but it all ties in. And again, it's like there's so much deeper meaning too. Like everything that they show, you think it's like, why are they showing this? It's like pointless, but they've really thought about it, and there's a reason they're showing this, or there's a reason why he said that, and I don't know. Like there's just so many scenes that will randomly pop up on Mad Men. I'm like, why did they do that? Why did that just show? Like what? It'll have nothing to do with what's going on. It's like there's a reason for this, but I can't figure it out. It just has you thinking.
Yeah, Mad Men's made me like choke up several times and cry.
Really?
Yeah.
We're also watching Squid Game.
Yeah, which is like
Nah.
You haven't seen Squid Games?
I saw a little bit of the first one.
Oh, season 1's great.
Season 1 is
2
really
is like
good. Season 1's worth it. Season 2 is kind of like they did it because, it just caused so much hysteria with people and like everyone loved it that I think they felt the need to do a second season, but I don't think it was necessary.
Here's what I'll say. It's exactly what you said with Dune. So season 1, the dude worked on it for fucking 10 years.
Forever,
and it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
And then Netflix is like, hey, we need a season 2.
It's a cash grab now.
He scrambled it and did it in a year or two.
Yeah.
3 years he did.
And I mean, I don't know.
That sucks.
I don't know what happens
It's
in
probably
the
not
last
bad.
episode. No, it's not
But
bad.
it's like when you have
It's
one
good.
with that much passion and love in it, and then like you can throw something good together if you're a brilliant director.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be that same.
It's not going to have that
put
same.
my life's
especially
work into
with
this.
Squid Games. It's like, dude, they could have just left it with that one season. Like the story is so good and it's so original, and it's like so you could have done it in that one season and not continue it, but I don't know why they felt. I mean, I know why they felt the need to do another one, but I don't know. I have to see how this ends because they're doing a season 3, which is crazy.
Of Squid Games.
Of Squid Games, yeah, they announced that and it's coming out this year. I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
So, but Mad Men, that how many seasons was that?
6 or 7.
And so, okay, she's not done. You're not done.
No, I'm
No,
only on
we're-
season 2.
so then
We're at
you
the end of
can't-
season 2.
Okay, so then we can't say too much. But is the end? You said already the ending isn't. a
Someone
big
dies at the
letdown.
end.
Well, we don't
Of
have
Mad
to say. You don't have to say. it.
What were you gonna say? What's the
It's
finish?
not as much of a letdown as like people.
It's not let down at all.
Okay, so it's not one of those.
Macaroni.
Sopranos, Breaking Bad, and Mad Men are ended very well.
Yeah, they are.
Breaking Bad, I agree.
Breaking
Bad,
I
Bad.
never
yeah.
saw Sopranos.
Breaking Bad's a 10 out of 10. Amazing.
Breaking Bad is perfect.
show.
I
Yeah,
love that show.
perfectly all through the fucking 5 seasons or whatever it is. It's
It's
so
a perfect
good.
show.
Yeah.
But like I've written before on Twitter in 4 o'clock in the morning for some reason, I wrote several tweets that
Trashy.
explains why Sopranos
Oh,
is
yeah, I
better.
saw
Breaking Bad isn't like a
It's
completely-
weird. I feel like Sopranos, like guys really like Sopranos, and it is a good show. Like I did like it, but I didn't find it as good. Like Breaking Bad to me was so good because the story is just so crazy, and they did such a good job with it. But Sopranos, it's like there's not really a story in Sopranos. It's just kind of like the life of Tony Soprano and whatever. But I don't know. It's like I didn't find it to be this like amazing form of like, I don't know. It is really good though. Sopranos is really good, and I understand the hype, but at the same time I'm like this. There's like, I don't know. This is.
Well,
I guess guys can relate to it more. I don't know.
I texted Ken, it's a tough question. Like, which one do I watch? Because
Watch Sopranos first.
Yeah, watch Sopranos first.
100%.
Sopranos is like inspired Mad Men.
Yeah, well, kind of, sort of. The showrunner, the guy who created Mad Men, he worked on like the last 70% of Sopranos,
And you can tell
as a head writer and shit.
There's so many
Exactly.
similarities.
That's how I
with
figured it out. Is because I'm watching Mad Men, and there's this character that's like a complete homage to the Sopranos, and so that I looked it up, and it turns out, yeah, the creator of Mad Men worked on Sopranos.
Yeah, they're very similar.
And that's why they're similar because
in
Sopranos,
the way that it's like filmed, the way that they do the deeper meaning things,
deep
like,
characters, deep writing,
Yeah,
and like slow burn shit like that.
yeah, you can tell.
Because like the first layer of Sopranos and Mad Men is that you don't have to like get into the layers to enjoy it, because with Sopranos it's like a fucking mafioso dude like fucking girls and doing funny shit like that.
Right.
But it's so much deeper than that. Same with Mad Men. Like you think if you think Don Draper's cool and like a cool ass suave guy, you're not really getting it, but you can still enjoy the show.
I hate
He's
Don
a
Draper.
deeply flawed, fucked up guy
Yeah.
that has issues.
Yeah.
And like
And it's the same with Sopranos. It's like you
Right.
see it, if you see it surface level, it's like, oh yeah, like Tony Soprano's like a cool character, whatever. But like I think they like kind of want you to hate the character. Not hate the character, but it's like you don't want to feel bad for them or like you want like I don't like Don Draper. I don't like him as a person, and it's because I'm like thinking deeply like of him and like how he is, and it's like I don't think he is a good character, and it's because he is so flawed and so troubled and everything and whatever. But
which is good. That, you know, they're like not the anti-hero.
They are
the
anti-heroes.
anti-hero. Yeah,
so they are very flawed.
They're super flawed.
Vince Gilligan, the Breaking Bad creator,
and
is on record saying that like Tony Soprano deeply inspired him with what's the guy's name on Breaking Bad again?
Oh yeah,
Walter White.
Walter White,
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Pinkman.
Literally like Jesse,
we have to cook.
Dude, I've seen the show 3
Mr.
times.
White.
I'm ready to watch it again.
Really?
Me too. I've only seen it once.
Bitch.
Ken told me to watch it.
Magnets, bitch.
I'm ready to watch it again.
That's a tough one because it's like once you know some stuff, when you know where it goes, it's like hard to rewatch.
I know, and Breaking Bad is something where it's like I'm so glad I never watched that show, and I'm so glad nothing was spoiled for me. Like when I first watched it, every episode was just like holding on like to the edge of my seat. I'm
So
like, oh my god,
such good TV, dude.
Yeah,
Watch it backwards. And it's such an inspiring story because it's this drug dealer who gets into some shit.
Becomes a teacher.
He becomes a teacher.
Yeah.
And then
That's fire as fuck.
he does going backwards. He does get cancer.
Yeah, that's true.
But
No, yeah.
the
Breaking Bad
only
is so good.
one that I've rewatched is Game of Thrones.
not even worth a rewatch.
Seen it 3 times.
Yeah,
I
Ken's
think
seen
it's
it.
fully worth it. And I think personally,
Such a good show.
the ending I think is rushed, similar to like we keep saying.
The
Dune.
ending is terrible.
It's rushed, but on the rewatch, it wasn't as bad as the public, in my opinion, makes it out to
I
be
don't
like,
know.
oh, what a shit. It's like
It just made me like think, what a waste of 8 seasons. Like that's how
No.
I. That's
but
how
why
I
is
felt.
that a waste?
It's not a waste of 8 seasons.
Because it's like
Even if it is bad, or even if it's definitely not as good, I would say, as the
It's
first
not.
leading up season. It's good all the way up to almost 6, I think, and then
It's-
7 and 8
dude,
are
even
rough.
up to like 8, it was good until fucking like
It's the
just
last 2
everything.
episodes.
Yeah, it's the last 2 episodes that completely.
Right.
Like,
they
because
rush.
ruined it.
They rush.
they blue ball you because you have this whole sequence of what's the kid's name with the in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
Braun,
Braun.
Brandon.
Bran.
Bran
Star.
being
Bran.
the all-seeing eye, doing this whole back shit with John being the actual son and all that shit.
Yeah.
It could have been so much better if they flourished that, whereas it just like
Yeah.
And they also like build up this whole thing with Daenerys, and like you really grow to love her, and like you think she's gonna be such a good person, and then the end, it's like, what the fuck happened? Like the power got
no,
to you?
that I understand. 'Cause
Yeah.
that
Because
actually
I
checks
was
out.
rooting for her so much, and then it just completely crumbled like into an episode.
I
It's
think Daenerys doing that to the city checks out, but we didn't get a check out on Jon Snow. And we didn't get a check out on Bronn Stark or whatever the fuck his name is.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Overall, the issue was you got blue balled with all these arcs. It's like
Exactly.
the Lannister, the Hound fighting his brother,
Yeah.
Bran, Daenerys dying. There's all this that 8 seasons is so slow.
Yeah.
And then unless they kind of did it on purpose, it's like, and it all ends, rip the Band-Aid off. That's what happens. Which
Yeah. I don't know. That to me, it's
it
like
could be a choice. It's like, how long do you want to see it dragged out? It's like, well, no, Daenerys flipped. She
But it's like
had
out of
every right
nowhere.
to, in a way, because it's when they kill her friend.
yeah.
And there's hints of it, but yeah, I think it could have been fleshed out a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't know. That to me, just like the ending when I saw it, I was like, damn, like this. That's why to me, like, I don't think I could watch it again because it's like I don't want to waste my time again. Although the Red Wedding episode really fucking got me so hard. That
She was
episode is.
crying.
I was crying for like 20 minutes after the
I
episode
should have
ended.
filmed it.
I took a picture of myself. I was sobbing. Like it. That episode ruined me. It crushed me. Like it
Yeah.
really fucking ruined me.
That's the beauty of those type of shows.
Yeah,
It
that-
can, but that's the thing. It can
They
pull
did
that
a really
shit
good job.
when they develop so many characters so well, and then
Yeah.
like you have no idea.
Exactly.
That's what Game of Thrones did so good because it developed like
yeah.
20 characters where you love every single one,
That's true.
and then they can off one, and it's more realistic because like that's what happened in that dangerous world, and
Right.
it's so like disturbing.
Yeah, it really like gets you.
What really got you was when the mom cat was like, Lord Frey, please.
I can't
You
even
killed
think about
me,
it.
but please let my son live, please. And
I
they
was just, I related it too much
cut her
to my
throat.
own mother. That's why, like, because I know my mom would act the same way, and
my
that's
mom's
what
like-
made me cry even
It was
more.
so
is, like,
crazy.
I was relating it to like fuck,
So
that's exactly
wild.
how my mom would be, and like even now I think about it and I want to cry.
There's nothing she could have done.
Yeah.
She even like kills that girl she holds hostage.
Yeah, it's,
And then she
He's like,
gets
"Well-"
killed. It's just so depressing.
It's so fucking
And
awful.
yeah.
Bro, such a trap though. Like once you realize it's a trap, it's like,
Oh my god, I know.
That's so good.
You
When they
realize
started
it.
playing the music.
They get the reins of Castamere or whatever, and then they
Yeah.
take the doors and they put the fucking planks in to lock up
God.
the doors, and you're like, it's weird.
I hate thinking about it because it really crushes my soul. Like
Such
it's so
that's
they
such
really
fire.
did such a good job with that. They fucking ruined me. I was like, I don't want to watch anymore. Like I can't handle this. It was too much. Jon Snow died. I knew he didn't actually die. I was
That
like,
was
they're not
pretty
gonna get rid of the
intense.
hottest character.
Before we wrap up, let's catch up. So how was your New Year's?
Oh yeah, how was New Year's?
Good. What did I do?
You hung out with Tiffany, yeah?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we went to. God, I can't believe I already forgot that. We went to some party up in the Hollywood Hills.
That looked fun. I saw your story.
Yeah, it
Yeah, was
wasn't
it
bad.
fun?
It was fun. I mean, yeah, I mean a house party. Yours probably would have been better because I only knew her and then some of her friends.
Well,
And
Well, we didn't even get to go
we
to
didn't do
ours.
shit. She got hit with the flu.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
sick and dying on New Year's,
I stayed home with her.
which sucked.
like a good boyfriend.
I felt like that is the
Nice.
worst sickness ever. It was way worse than COVID. I
yeah,
thought I
dude,
was going to die.
she was beat the fuck up.
I was beat.
Really?
I could barely move. Yeah.
my coworker said that. She said there's a flu going around. I didn't get
Yeah.
it yet. Hopefully, knock on wood. But that
Hopefully you
is
don't.
worse than COVID, and it's
So
like
much
really
worse.
debilitating.
It's debilitating. I was literally like crying because if I moved even just a little bit, it was the most painful thing ever. It was terrible. I couldn't
God.
function and I couldn't breathe. It was oh my god, it was so awful. And I just had COVID like a month ago,
Oh shit.
and
Dude.
that wasn't bad.
Shout out my immune system for me not getting the flu.
Dude, yeah, Ken
you
stuck
get
by my
COVID?
side.
No.
And
No, he didn't get COVID either.
shout out for being a baller BF.
Yeah,
To
shout
not
out,
go out while you're sick.
shout out to Ken for not going out and staying by my side and taking care of me, babe. I'm trying to hold your fucking hand.
Hold the west side.
Here, hold it like Cynthia.
Twist
and
my
Ariana.
fingers like.
This is how they were. Ariana held her hand like this.
Oh yeah,
So-
it was really weird.
I'm doing sketches now.
Ken Stain
Hit me.
sketches.
Hit
Huh?
me with a sketch.
Uh,
No, don't act it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess you can't. You don't want to give away the premise of a sketch on the podcast.
All right.
Oi, oi.
What
Oh.
are your New Year's resolutions, John? If
So
you have any.
I make them all the time, but yeah, the New Year's party. It was like what we were talking about earlier. It's more the Hollywood scene, so it's like the artsy
Oh.
scene.
Mm.
Not all of them are like superficial and schmarmy, but yeah, when they kind of people are talking to the more successful, the more popular people.
Yeah.
It's not like a NorCal house party
Okay.
where it's just like just trying to have fun. So
Yeah.
it's just some people that you
Yeah.
know trying to drink and have fun.
Yeah.
It was one of those where I knew my friend and her friends, and we were just chatting, and it was fun. But I also didn't get belligerent. I just had like a few White Claws.
Mm.
You talking
Yeah.
about like that's the thing about LA with the whole status dynamic and shit.
Yeah,
It truly is like that.
just
those
something I'm just so
parties.
over.
Those are lame. The good thing is when I went to that party where I went to a party and I got this tattoo, with our YouTuber neighbors.
Kane and Premiere.
What? Just now?
Yeah, I got this tattoo. When did I go to that? Like 2 weeks ago.
A few weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah,
me
a few
see.
weeks ago. I got cherries. There was a tattoo artist.
It was
there.
like a Hollywood Hills
yeah,
mansion
it was
party
a
or whatever.
it was a birthday party in like Beverly Hills.
But it wasn't douchey like that.
No, it
What was
wasn't
that-
douchey
what
like
was
that
that
at all. Everyone was super cool. Like no one was like super like into themselves. Like everyone was really cool actually.
That's-
I
that's
didn't meet
flame.
anyone
That's
that
flame
was
fire.
yeah, which was great. Like it's rare to go to a Halloween party like that and have like actual cool people there.
So I got my first tattoo on my chest.
Oh my God, yeah, you have a tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Did you get it?
I got it.
Pop that shirt off, young Sam.
Show us.
I just pull it
Take
down?
off the wicked.
Gotta take
Take it off.
Take it off. Every now and then I get a little bit.
Oh, that's
That's fine line, baby. That's fine
darling.
line.
Oh, that's so cute.
Hang on. Hey, keep that shirt popped off for a
My
second.
little buddy.
Oh, that's cute.
Here, move your shoulder down a little bit.
John has been posting a lot of hummingbird content, and I love it.
That's fine line, baby.
We love hummingbirds. We have a feeder ourselves.
That's not a hummingbird though.
I know.
This is a
but I'm
chickadee. It's just representative of a bird.
I was saying that I like his hummingbird content.
So it scared the shit out of me, actually, though.
Did it hurt?
No, it didn't hurt.
No.
It was more the shock because, long story short, like my grandpa had a bird and he got it. I'll just say this real quick. 'Cause this is the reason I got it. And so I didn't really know my grandpa. He died when I was like really little. But he was in the Navy. He fought in World War II.
Wow.
And so him and the troop that he was with to go to war, they were in the Navy and they got a bird tattoo. Like basically every 5,000 nautical miles they sail or whatever, they get one.
Oh.
So this might be a little bit sad. Him and his troop all got the one bird when they went. And then they were like, when we get back, we'll get the other bird. And I think they had to drop him off because him, like me, gets mad vertigo. So he probably was getting so sick that they had to like put him somewhere else. So he gets kind of split up, I think. And he ends up fighting, I think, the Japanese instead of the Germans, or something happens. I don't know all the details, but he's the only one that survived. So he has,
Shit.
yeah. And so I heard that story when I was young, and I was always like, if I ever get a tattoo, it's gonna be like a bird on my chest.
That's a good story.
And so every few years I would think about it like, all right, I kind of want to do it. And originally, since he's a sailor, he probably had like a red and blue Sailor Jerry type tattoo, which I'm glad I didn't do earlier on because I probably just would have been like, what would he have gotten? I'll just do it.
Yeah.
And then every few years I'd be like, all right, what do I want to get? And it just like kind of honed in on, I just want black and gray, a little one. And so I'm kind of glad I waited. And it's something that I just wanted to do on and off for so long. It was like inevitable that I'm going to get it, but I'm not much of a tattoo guy.
Yeah.
So
That was your first tattoo.
It was my first, and I think I'm a one and doneer. Just
Really?
because it didn't hurt at all for me.
That's
the
good.
pain was zero. It was just the shock of it after, I guess. I'm like, oh shit. And I
Yeah.
did a lot of tests. I did some temporary. I like photoshopped.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I thought about it for years. I think I would have had a huge freak out if it was like one that I was like a month thinking about and then got.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It's been weird, and it's like an acceptance. Like I'm learning to be like, the other thing is it's like distracting. Because I'll be like watching TV and it's there, and I'm like,
I know.
my eye has to get used to it.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of like
That's how it was when I got my tattoos
It's
too.
like-
He's
was
watching
scary.
TV shirtless.
all the time.
He's watching TV shirtless.
With the tissue box.
oh.
on the side.
And
Weirdly.
it's just like I'm a Band-Aid person. When something weirds me out, I want to like rip the Band-Aid off, fix it.
Yeah.
So it's a good lesson for me to be like, all right, your eye has to get used to it. And I don't know, I'm like learning to love it.
Yeah.
And it took me a long time to develop which one I wanted. So I'm glad I didn't rush it because
Yeah, that's good.
I got what I like and what I want.
It's
Now it's like
cute.
the acceptance of like,
Yeah, that's
okay.
good.
It's on your body.
I'm
now
surprised
forever.
you don't have the tattoo bug, but I guess you're very, very thoughtful about this.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about this actually because yours was different. Like you got it and you got the tattoo bug, right?
Yeah, but also like
did.
you, I had premeditations about all my tattoos.
Yeah.
So like I had a note of like all my tattoo ideas, and so like once I got this, then the floodgates just opened, and
Yeah.
I was just fucking getting all the tattoos that I wanted.
Literally within like a month, he got
Yeah.
all these fucking
See,
tattoos.
I wonder because I never was thinking about, it was always a one and done. For this one, I was just been thinking about it so long. But I was also thinking like maybe I'll get, there's a couple little ones once I get this one. But I had again, this is like 3 weeks old, so I'm like processing my first tattoo
Yeah.
still. But I more had the like one and done, or like, God, that was so scary, and I'm still getting used to it. And so, yeah, I don't know. It kind of tripped me out. It was kind of like
Yeah.
this, like, the part of my brain that's like really rational and practical, like kicked in hard after. And then the part of
That's
my brain that's
funny.
like creative and impulsive and emotional, it was like, yeah, they like were fighting a little bit. And it was like took a week at least to like calm them down, like, hey. And I'm really glad that it was one that I thought about for a long time.
Yeah, that's good.
And I didn't go like full fledged.
You can't go
out of the
wrong.
gate.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't. It's great.
Yeah, it's a good tattoo.
Thanks.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up
I know what you mean.
because I want some in and out expeditiously
Ah, shit. Got tatted.
on my dick.
Got tatted on the dick. So when it's small, you see JR, but when it's long, you see Junior. Written out.
That's genius.
Nice, dude.
That's genius. Just farted out my 3-inch penis.
Got a tattoo on my bone. Right after I watched Game of Thrones, I was like, look at Jon Snow. Kill that motherfucker right now. Bitch.
But don't, because he's hot.
Bitch.
And he isn't Bach.
Damn.
Bach's not hot.
With tic tac teeth. All right.
I
got
like that beat.
tic-tac
I'm gonna
teeth.
roll that back.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
we
again?
rolled it back.
We
He
got
rolled
Bach.
the sack. Right on
He
the
ain't
sack.
hot.
All right, here goes Dre. Here goes
I
Dre.
already went.
I
I
do a
can't do it.
quick kick flip and I fucking stick it. You motherfucking, you love it like Wicked. What you wanna do? Bother me, brother? I'm like Alphaba. I'm green, sucker.
That was sick. Yeah, Glinda.
I got a cleft lip.
Blood is pink.
Walkie. Bach or Bick. Bick, you got a cleft lip. You looking pretty good. People said you can't be with her. I fucking misunderstood, cause you alright. You're a charming fella. So I don't see why you're not with Cinderella.
Whoa.
She's not Cinderella, she's Glinda. Elphaba's best friend Glinda. He's a charming little munchkin from Munchkin Land. Bach, Bick, Bacher.
Bach, big, Bacher. Bicker. Bicker, Bacher.
I got a big dicker. I got a big sticker.
Orville Redenbacher.
Nice.
Thank you.
Cool. I'm out of here.
In and out for life.
In and out for lunch.
I want in and out. 2 burgers, animal fries, yeah.
I walked in quick like Joaquin Phoenix with the cleft lip. Hey, have you seen this shit? Not yet, but I really want to watch it. Hey, what's that in your front left pocket? It's a locket that my girlfriend gave to me before I went to war. And then,
I got a little chickadee.
Chickadee,
Little
chickadee,
chickadee.
little
Hey, birdie.
sweet sweetie.
Hey, birdie. Okay, birdie. Don't look at me, okay, birdie.
Don't scream and shout.
Don't worry about
don't
it,
cry
birdie.
and pout.
I'll be back home later like 11:30, okay, birdie?
Going to in and out. That's my shit.
Hey,
Don't get riled. Let's
Cool.
animal style.
R.I.P. Society. It's in your diary. You watch it every night. Yeah.
Keep your eye on me.
Nice.
We just need to go
Yeah,
cover
you
each
guys
other.
just need
Bar
to-
for bar.
Yeah. When I get stuck, you go, and then I get stuck.
All right, let's go.
Now I got nervous.
Okay. R.I.P. Society. Hey.
That's
Someone's
what it
texting
means
me.
to me.
It means to me.
I'm feeling zen, looking at my boys, looking mad like a man.
Whoa.
That's Don Draper. Girl didn't consent, so he.
Raped her.
Wait.
Oh, I didn't
dude.
say it.
Relax.
That's not what I was
Did
gonna
I forget
say.
she escaped her demise?
We always break
All
our
right.
PC at the end.
Yeah, we get a minute to say shit.
I want in and out. Let's go.